Now we will do some writing on Sports Day. We all love Sports Day, don't we? When you talk about sports, there's a lot of excitement in us because there is free time, you'll be called for, then you got little time to relax, little time to practice. So there's a lot of excitement during the sports time, sports practice, getting ready for it. Okay, now school sports day is always something that you look forward to, especially if you are an athletic person, if you are a person who love to be on the grounds or on the team game, if you are a leader, you are all the more excited. So when we talk about sports day, when you want to write down in your class about your sports day, what are the things you will bear in mind? Okay, first of all, when is the sports day held in your school year after year? Which month? Maybe sometimes it is preparation begins in April. You may have your sports day in June, July. Okay, then during the preparation, what does the teacher do? The sports teacher, yes, she will train you for various individual events. Class teachers, they take you on to do your class items, and you are all excited because you are all in your teens of whatever group or house you belong to. Okay, what else? Then actual day arrives, the most exciting thing, because you are going to see who is going to win the cup, and that's the most exciting thing. And then how colorful the arrangement, how your friends and your family comes to see you actually playing the game. Okay, then you are also very happy about the special guest that you will be getting and all your friends watching you performing. So, a lot of excitement when you talk about sports day. So, today we are going to write something. The teacher is asking you, come on now, write a paragraph or two about my school sports day. My school sports day. So, what is the first thing we will think about? My school sports day. First you will say when your annual sports day, when do you have? So, we can say our annual sports day is held every year in the month of July. So, every year, year after year, you have the sports event laid out for the month of July. Okay, let us see now. So, our annual sports day, our annual sports day is held, our annual sports day is held every year in the month of July. Annual sports day is held every year in July. So, my school annual sports day is held every year in July. Now, when does the preparation take place? Definitely, the preparation is going to be in April or June to complete it in July. It brings, or it is full of, it brings lots of excitement. It brings lot of excitements in all the children. Why are you all excited? Because most of the time you are out of class, planning, playing. So, there is a lot of excitement. Then what happens? every child, almost every student is expected to take part in at least one event. So, annual sports day is held every year in July. It brings lots of excitements in all the children, okay, and every student is expected to take part in at least one event. Now, what happens to the preparation? The preparations for the event starts early in the month of April. Preparations. So, you have to prepare for the sports day. Preparations for the event. For the event, preparations for the event starts. It starts in the month of April. So, when you talk about sports day, we have to prepare. So, the preparations for the event starts early in the month of April. Okay? Now, what are the events? There are different kinds of event that happens. Okay? Now, the games include when you talk about games, we talk about the games include track events and class games. The track events, group class games, group games and individual games. Now, we have done a preparation and it starts in the month of April. The games include track event. On the track there will be runs, there will be jump, all kinds of things, you know. Then you have group games, that is a class. The class is divided into various houses and you have group game. Then you also have individual games and many more. Okay? We do not write everything because it is a short composition. Okay, then what happens? Now, the actual day what happens? The day arrives, the actual day arrives. What happens now? The ground is colorfully decorated, or the tents. You have tents of your own, and tents and the playground is colorfully decorated. Colorfully decorated, and you are all excited. Okay, and everybody comes. Your friends and family arrive. Your friends, who else will come? Neighbors, and family members, okay, your friends, neighbors and family members arrive for what? To see you actually taking part. Okay? Now, how many houses do we have? We have 4 houses. We have 4 houses. And there is a lot of a lot of, what do? You have 4 houses now. So, there is a lot of preparation, or there is a lot of practice. There is a lot of practice that goes on. Now, we have 4 houses and there is a lot of practice that goes in to win the first place, goes in to win the team game. You are in a team, isn't it? So, you have 4 houses and there is a lot of practice that goes in to win the team game. So, you are all supporting, helping, practicing. Okay, then what happened then? We are happy when our house wins the cup. So, a lot of events have taken place and finally they announce. So, now what happens to you? We are a team, we are happy. We are happy. When are you happy? We are happy when our team or our house, when our team wins the cup. So, they announce, they say your team has won and you're all so happy. So, everybody is so excited about it. Now, what happens after that? The game comes, the sports day, the events come to an end. Then what happened to the next day? You are given a holiday. You are very happy when we are very happy when our team wins the cup. The events come to an end and we are given a holiday the next day. All events comes to an end with a holiday. With a holiday, you are given a holiday. And what do you do with the holiday? You celebrate together with your friends. Okay? And we thank God. You had a beautiful weather and we thank God for the weather. Now there are lots more you can write. Detailed thing about the individual game, the colorful group game that you have, the name that you give, lot of things you can do, but since we are writing a small composition, we confine to little. Now, my school sports day, we are talking about your own school sports day. Okay. Our annual sports day is held every year in July. Our annual sports day is held in the month of July. July is a long term month. Then what happens? It brings lots of excitement in all the children. All the classmates are happy. The whole school is excited because it is the annual sports day. The preparation for the event starts in the month of April. Right back in April, when your games class on, you have your preparation and you are getting slowly ready for the next term to have your sports day, the colorful sports day. Games include a lot of games. When you talk about sports, there is a lot of games. There are track events, group events and individual games that you take part in. And in all this, you are making great preparation. The actual day arrives. The tents and the playground is colorfully decorated. You have your own tent, you take so much of trouble and they are all colorfully decorated. Your friends, neighbors and all your family members arrive. For what they arrive? You can also include saying they arrive to watch me perform. They arrive to encourage my team, encourage my house. You can write some more. We have houses. We have 4 houses, or you can say we have 5 houses, and there is a lot of practice that goes into to win the team game. So, if there are 4 houses, Each house is practicing vigorously, spending time to see that you spend less time to get the first place. So, the 4 houses, and there is a lot of practice that goes in to win the team game. Finally, you can say the game is over and the school assembles for announcing, and then what we realize, we are happy when our team wins the cup. You came first, get the cup, and all events come to an end, and there is your principal. What did she do? She announces a holiday. All events come to an end with a holiday. And what do you do with the holiday? You celebrate. Your team comes together and you celebrate. You are so happy. Finally, you can say, I thank God, or we thank God for the wonderful weather that we had. We had a nice weather to complete all the events, and we had a nice sunny weather, and we had such a happy time. God was with us and we are very happy. So, you can write lots more. You can describe about your tent, you can describe the games you are in, you can also say the names of the team games, you can say the names of the houses, lots more you can write, but here we are talking about a small composition. If you have to write detailed couple of pages, then you can do more details. So, what did we write about? My school sports day, a very memorable thing that you always keep in your mind, your sports day. The composition we are going to write together is my school. Do you love your school? Yes. Now, when you talk about the school, there are many things involved. First of all, when you say your school, the name of your school, where is it? How big is the school? How many teachers work there? How many classrooms you have? But they have a library. What about the campus? The school campus, how does it look? Does it have trees, garden, flowers, all that? Then you talk about how the teachers treat you. What about your principal or the headmistress? How are they to you? How is she to you? How is he to you? Do you get punished at school? Or are they friendly? Are they helpful? Are they helping you in your learning? Are you feeling happy being there? Whenever there is problem, can you approach your principal? Can you go to your teacher? So, all these things, when you talk about school, there are a lot of things. When you say garden in the school, there will be a gardener. What does the gardener do? How much of care gardener takes for the plants? How much of care does the teacher take in your growing up, in your learning, in your happiness at school? How much homework they give you? How happy are you in doing your homework? How happy are you going to school regularly? All these, a lot of issues when you talk about school. Then how do you go to school? Do you go walking, or do you have a school bus or a van, or you have your own vehicle? So, a lot of things like that. Or is it an old school, or is it just new school that's come up? Lot of things. Then activities. What are the activities that the school provides? How much of it do you enjoy? How they support you in various activities, like major activities like sports day, festivals, the national holiday, flag hoisting day, independence day. What are the things you do, activities you do? Children's day, then you have Diwali, you have Pongal. All these festivals, when it comes, what are the things you do to keep yourself busy, to keep yourself happy? How much of involvement you take together with your classmate and your teacher? There are a lot of things. Totality. When you say my school, are you happy in this school? Are you really learning in this school? Are you happy to go every day to school? Is school another big family? So, there are a lot of things you need to, are you proud of the school? So, finally, If you are really happy, then you need to thank God for the school you are studying in. So, we are going to work on together, you and I, how to write a composition on my school. Okay? So, first of all, you must say the name of the school. So, the title is My School. Now, when you say my school, you can say, is it a big school or a small school? The name of the school, where is it situated? Is it a landmark? Is it a popular school? Is it a co-ed? Both boys and girls are there. There are so many things you can write, but we are writing a short composition. Okay? Now, my school is a big school. My school is a big and happy place. So, my school is a big school. We are only writing a little bit. My school is a big school. My school is a big school. You can write name, you can say where it is situated. If you are writing, you are in a bigger classroom. My school is a big school. Now, when you say big, how many classrooms are there? Then you can say there are 40 classrooms. Okay, that means 40 classes are there, 40 classrooms, and then a large playground. There are 40 classrooms and a large playground. A large playground. That's my school. Okay. My school is a big school. There are 40 classrooms and a large playground. There are a lot of children running about. So, the playground is large. Then we have a beautiful garden. We have a beautiful garden with flowers and trees. We have a beautiful garden. Okay, write short sentences. We have a beautiful garden and there are two gardeners who take good care of the flowers and the trees. There are two gardeners. There are two gardeners who takes good care of the flowers, and there are two gardeners who takes care of the flowers and trees. So, we have a lot of trees, a lot of flowers, and there are two gardeners. Now, just look at it. My school is a big school. When you say big school, the number of classrooms will be many. So, there are 40 classrooms. There are big school. There are 40 classrooms and a large playground. How many classrooms? 40 classrooms and a large playground to run about and play. Then we have a beautiful garden. And who takes care of the garden? There are two gardeners who takes care of the flowers and the trees. So, we have lot of trees, lot of flowers. You can elaborate what kind of flowers and all that, but we are writing a short composition. Then let us talk about the teachers. What kind of teachers? The teachers. Okay, well, let us talk about the teachers. All are teachers or the teachers. The teachers are What kind of teachers? Teachers are friendly, qualified, and all the teachers are friendly, qualified, and competent. So all the what kind of teachers we have? The teachers are friendly, qualified, and competent. Okay. Now, what else they are? The teachers are, they are loving and kind too. They are loving, they love us children, and kind. They are loving and kind. Then, what else they do? They teach us. They teach us well. What do they teach? They teach us well. What about your homework? They teach us well. The homework is not too much. So let's talk about the teachers. The teachers are friendly, qualified and competent. They are loving and kind to us. What kind of teaching? They teach us well. They teach all the lessons well. They teach us as well. Then the homework is not too much. What about the principal? A principal is a very nice person. A principal is a nice person. What kind of person? It's a very nice person. Now, they do not punish us in any way. So, no punishment is given, homework is less. And what about? We have a large library. We have a large library with thousands of books, with thousands of books. Okay, then what does the school do for you? They encourage us to do reading. They encourage and support us. They encourage and support us to do reading. So, what the school is doing to you? They help you in using the library, encourage you to read and support you in reading. Then, what else? There are many or there are several activities in the school. There are several activities in the school. Do you love your school? And the next you must say, you can say, we love our school. Okay? We thank God for our school. Love our school. We thank God for our school. Now this, remember, it's a short composition. Suppose you want to write a lengthy composition, then you can say the name of the school, how big it is, standing on how many acres of land. Then you can say how many buildings you have. You have one building or two building, you have 5-story or 3-story, whatever you can say. Then you can say exact number of classrooms. Then you can say how large your playground is, how many playgrounds you have, the different games, whether you have basketball court or tennis, all that you can elaborate if you want to write a big composition. Then you can say the garden, how many gardens you have, whether you have a lawn, whether you have a fruit orchard, whatever, you can say all that, whether you have a lunch room, all this you can elaborate if you want to write more. Then the teachers, you can say what kind of teachers you have. If you have a large school, how many teachers in each department, say how many English teacher, how many games teacher, whether you have special art, whether you have special room for the special, all these things you can elaborate on. But remember, we are writing a short composition. So, about my school. So, we are writing few sentences only, okay, about 10 to 12 sentences for a standard 3 or 4. Now, my school is a big school, not primary, it is a high secondary or high school. It is a big school. There are 40 classrooms and a large playground. So, we have 40 classrooms, we have a large playground to play. We have a beautiful garden. Always schools have beautiful garden. There are two gardeners. There are two gardeners who takes care of the flowering plants and the trees. So, we have flowers in the garden, we have trees in the garden. Who takes care? There are two gardeners who look after them. Now, what about the teachers? There are 40 classrooms, a lot of teachers are there. The teachers, all the teachers are friendly. Only when they are friendly you can learn. Qualified, and they are competent teachers to help all of us. Okay, very good. Then, what kind of teachers are they? They are friendly, qualified, competent, loving and kind. They love you, loving and kind teachers. Then, the teachers, now the teacher, they teaches us well. The homework is not too much. They teach us well and they do not give us too much of homework. Our principal is a nice person. Now, they do not punish us, the principal and the teacher, they do not punish us in any way. Then, we have a large library with thousands of books, and they encourage and support us to do reading. So, we all practice reading in school. Then, there are several activities in the school, all kinds of activities after school, before school. Now, what do? We love our school, we thank God for our school. Okay? So, this is about my school. So, now you know how to write composition about my school. First you have to write how big is your school, what is the name of your school, how many buildings you have, how many classrooms you have, how many gardens you have. In detail you can write if you want to write a lengthy composition on school.